the map self. Okay. Okay, let's just do this one. Atmanirbhar Bharat had been the root of this. Okay. Okay. You just make your own points. I'm just framing out one answer for you people. You people can learn that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you people see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I'm just deleting this one. I'll just make a word for you people. Okay. Can you people see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, sir. The question, these type of question are very, very important. They are saying Atmanirbhar Bharat had been at root of the Indian planning process in the form of self-reliance. See, now whenever the question comes, very first thing is that the word you have to read. Self-reliance, you people have heard this word in the first chapter on the eve of Indian economy, right? Self-reliance, no or yes, right? And objective of planning process. When you were doing planning process and all that, the main motive was we want to become self-reliant, right? Do you agree with the given step? This is the national of the statement. So over here, earlier at the time of self-reliance was very, very important. But right now, our country, India has started Atmanirbhar Bharat. Like we will not import anything from out of the country, right? Now let's just tell. So here's the statement Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is self-reliant India, has been at the root of Indian planning process in the form of self-reliance. As an objective of the planning process is partially true, and it can be justified by looking at the historical, economic and political context. First, the Nehruvian era. So in the early years after Indian independence, under the leadership of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, the country adopted a planned economic development approach. You people know that first 5-year plan, which was launched in 1951, which emphasis on the self-reliance and the development of domestic industries. The plan focused on building key industries like steel, heavy machinery, this and this, right? So the main content is they are saying currently we are following Atmanirbhar, but somewhere is it related to history? Like history means in a historical time also we used to have some kind of policy like this. So we said these are the proof we are giving. We are saying, see, when we adopted the first 5-year plan, over there the main motive was to become self-reliant, right? And because of this, what we were doing, we were establishing new domestic industry. Domestic industries means plus we were following some policies where there was no competition from the foreign companies and foreign industries, right? Now, second, we followed mixed economy model. So India followed this, which meant that combination of both public and private sector, right? Of course, public sector played a crucial role, right? In certain key sectors like defense, telecommunication were controlled by the government to maintain national security and sovereignty. Clear? So this is how we say that though we divided it, but somewhere government was also controlling on this. Then Green Revolution. So the Green Revolution in 1960 aimed at making self-sufficient in production. Very, very, very important point for self-realization. See, earlier what we were doing. Do you remember the history of Green Revolution? That earlier, what was the condition we introduced this? We were not in the condition to have money with us. So what we did, basically we asked other countries, World Bank and all that to give us money. So at that time, they put it the condition that you need to change your policies, right? All these things happen. And these are the things that happen, and automatically now Green Revolution is basically earlier we were importing a lot of grain and all that from other countries, but now we want to make our country self-sufficient in terms of food production. So what we did, we just started Green Revolution, and because of this there was a lot of it introduced high yield variety HIV seeds, modern agriculture and all that. So somewhere instead of importing the things from other country, importing the things means food grains and all that, we started this revolution and we focus that we will be producing everything on our own, right? Next is import substitution industrialization. So India has a planning process. So over here, import substitution was there, right? For example, you have this car, you are importing it from other country, right? Maybe Audi. I'm writing O over here, right? So Audi. But like you also want some luxurious car like that, but not everybody can, make Audi, right? So what you did, you made another car like this, but you said, okay, this is BMW. Okay, see, this is different, but somewhere it is similar. Here also you will sit and you will travel. Right, here also you will sit and travel. So this is called import substitution. Like I cannot import this because of course that will not make me self-sufficient, right? But I can make something which is similar to it, substitute of the other one, right? Substitution means for example, you have these toothpaste, right? Some will be Colgate, some will be Pepsodent, some will be, Dabur. So many things are there. So in case this is finished, you can choose any other. This is a substitution. So this is what. Now liberalization also. So while self-reliance was a core objective during the earlier decades of planning, India shifted toward more liberal and open economic policies. This shift often referred to as economic liberalization. Right? So basically we liberal everything because we want to become self-sufficient. Now coming to the next one, which is Atmanirbhar Bharat. This was basically taken, the initiative, this initiative was taken in 2020. In 2020, the Indian government introduced the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative as a response of COVID-19 pandemic, right? You should know this, what happened basically. At that time, nobody gave us the vaccine. So what we decided? We decided that we will make our own vaccine, right? That is Atmanirbhar Bharat, right? It was basically initiated as a response of this, that we are not going to rely on somebody else for the vaccines. We started introducing our own vaccine, right? This initiative emphasizes self-reliance and promoting domestic manufacturing and reducing dependence on the foreign imports, especially in critical sector like pharmaceuticals and electronics, right? So this is what. Now next, while the idea of self-reliance has been an underlying object in India's planning process, it's important to note that the approach to self-reliance has evolved over time. In the early years, it often meant that import substitution and the development of heavy industries through the public sector. However, in recent years, it has taken one of the more nuanced and modern form, with a focus on promoting entrepreneurship, innovation, and global competition while ensuring that India's strategic interests are safeguarded. Right? So, in conclusion, we can say, yes, ma'am, the concept of self reliance has indeed been a significant aspect of India's planning process. It was a part of it, right? Though its interpretation and emphasis have evolved in the response of changing economic realities and global dynamics. So, in the conclusion, you can write this, right? And till here, you can write, while it is important to approach service on, you can write till here instead of writing this in this, right? This is what. I hope you people got it. What the question was asking, how you basically responded it, right? This is for 3 marks. So of course, these much points are not needed. I've given you 6 points in case it comes for the higher marks, right? And I'm not asking you to write these much, but at least for the points you can, how you can present your answer is, for example, you got this, okay? So first of all, you can write about Atmanirbhar, this starting, and then you can make a table like this, a diagram. Over here, you can write, and then first heading, second heading, third heading, right? And then first point explain, second point explain, third point explain, like this you can do for the higher marks, like 4 marks, 6 marks, like this. Okay, in 3 marks, no need to make a diagram, just write 1, 2, 3, 4 and the points. Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can just give it a reading, then we will move to the next question. No need to write, I'll share the word. I'm just side by side preparing a word for you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, could you scroll down? Ma'am.
Ma'am, can you scroll down? Done.
Okay, both of you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now coming to the next question. This one. Liberalization of the financial sector implied a sustainable shift in the role of RBI from a regulator to a facilitator. What were the other initiatives by the government to liberate the financial sector? Very, very important concept because it covers under Indian economy as well as somewhere the banking. See, you know that earlier everything was controlled by RBI. Even if you wanted to expand your branch, you needed that, right? So over here, basically these were the things. Over here, what you have to do, the reforms, you remember? Now, what another initiative government did to liberate the financial sector is basically they reduced the role, right? They allowed the private banks to have, they allowed foreign exchange to have. So all these things they basically did to liberate the financial sector. Okay, so just write your point, then I'll mention my points after 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, can you people see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next question is liberalization, right? So liberalization over here is liberalization of the financial sector in India was like in the 1990, like RBI basically turned from regulator to the facilitator. First of all, liberalization major aim to modernize and open an Indian financial sector to promote economic growth and integration with the global economy. Some points. First of all, interest rate. So sorry, wait a minute. Okay, interest rate deregulation. So what basically government basically the interest rate whatever they are, they regulate. Earlier RBI was regulating that you are this is the interest rate you have to keep, right? But now they said okay, it's up to the bank whatever the rates they want to keep. Then reduction is SLR and CRR. Earlier they were fixing it. Then they said that we will earlier if it was very high, but now we will reduce it. Okay. Then foreign exchange control. So now government earlier there was some restriction you cannot do foreign exchange, foreign investment is not allowed over here, but later on they did. Then private sector. Earlier there was no private sector, but now after this government basically permitted the entry of private sector, right? And then SEBI, which is Security of Exchange Board of India, sometimes for one marker also this cup, right, was established as an independent regulatory body for the securities market. Earlier, RBI was handling it, but for securities, this was a new body which was established through RBI. Then liberalization of the capital market. Earlier, foreign institution they were not liberal, but now this move increased positive inflow and all that. They can invest in the stock markets and everywhere. They got the permission. Then derivative market also came, like the few, including future and optional were introduced. This was basically high risk spectrum, like on the basis of prices. Banking sector reform measures were taken to improve health and efficiency in the banking sector, right? Capitalization in the public sector, introduction of permanent fund and all that. Financial banking sector, this financial sector basically was taken to strengthen and modernize the financial institution, right? And because of this, there were some non-banking financial companies as well, and insurance company was established. And then FDI, foreign direct investment, was increased. So these steps collectively transform India financial sector by increasing competition, improving efficiency, and integrating it with the global financial system. The role of RBI shifted from the strict regulation to one facilitating a more market-oriented dynamic financial sector while ensuring stability and oversight. These reforms played a crucial role in promoting economic growth and development in India. Okay, so these are so many points. You can mention any 4, 5, 6 points. That's more than it, right? I think the first 6 are easy for you. You can learn. Okay, so you can just give the reading, then we will move
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
next one.
Ma'am, can you scroll down?